Welcome to the African keto diet. Today we're making native cabbage jollof rice. Native cabbage jollof rice. You know how our grandmamas used to make what I call the quick rice. You just put palm oil in the pot, the rice is ready. You add the palm oil to the rice, you add your crayfish, you add your seasoning, your pepper, salt, you turn it, your fish, and it's ready. So this is a keto version of that, and I decided to make this one so that we don't end up only doing the white man's way of fried cabbage rice. You know, let us do something that is like more authentic African. So this is my native cabbage jollof rice. I am gonna do a taste test, but of course now the food goes sweet. I'm the one that's gonna eat it. And the first thing that hits my tongue when I tasted this food is the dry fish. The taste of the dry fish. So you can't really make this thing without dry fish. Dry fish is what gives it that village flavor. And then the cabbage on its own is not crunchy, it is soft. It is really soft. I think I like it that way. So why I enjoy this, I'm gonna show you how to make your cabbage native jollof rice. Who likes dry fish skin? I like it. If you like this video, if you like my video, if you love my way, subscribe, share my video, like it so that you encourage me to do more. I will see you in the kitchen. Okay, so we're making I call it village cabbage jollof rice. Normally it's just village jollof rice or native jollof rice, but since it's going to be keto and it's going to be cabbage, let it just be native cabbage jollof rice. And what makes it the native is either your palm cream. This is the one I just kept from my palm nut stew. Then I have some palm oil, salt to taste. I have some kind of meat, mixed meat, smoked turkey meat that I had. So I just cut them up in smaller pieces. But the major thing is the crayfish and the dry fish. So we're using dry fish. I'm using about a tablespoon of crayfish, ginger, pepper flakes, steak seasoning. I would have used saint leaf. I don't have that, so I'm using mint leaf. So if you have a recipe for saint leaf, you can use mint leaf. You have a recipe for mint, if you have saint leaf, you can also use that. So the first step is I already have my water boiling, is to add hot water to my dry fish and cover and allow it to soak. Hot water to my dry fish. I will cover that and allow it to soak. The next step is to make space on my table. Make space, move everything out of the way on my table and chop my cabbage. The cabbage has already been washed, but if you don't know how to wash your cabbage, leave a comment below and I will make a video and teach you how to wash a cabbage. But I know we all know how to do that. So I'm just gonna use I think I should use the bigger portion because I want to make enough and store in the fridge. It's been a while I made this, so I want to make enough and store in the fridge for later consumption. So I'm done with cutting the cabbage. I will now wash the fish. I'm gonna wash it to make sure that all the, sometimes you get all those little insects in it. Wash it out. We are going to start assembling our cooking inside the pot. So I have my pan boiling. I'm gonna add a little water. I will add my palm cream. My palm oil. The meat. This is a quick cooking. It's not just something that has to like really cook for too long. Because it's cabbage, it doesn't take that long to cook. Some ginger powder. Crayfish. A little salt. Adobo seasoning, steak seasoning. No, that was way too much. Oh, way too much. Too much. And some pepper. I like it spicy. I'm gonna stir. Add my fish. Why I don't want to add too much water, remember the cabbage is still going to bring out water on its own. So the quantity of water you add, you should be careful. I'm going to cover this and cook for a bit before I add my other ingredients. And I forgot, I ended up using half of the cabbage. I didn't use all. I used just half. So I'm gonna cover and cook for a while, for maybe like 5 to 7 minutes. So this is it. We're gonna add the cabbage, cook for a bit, and taste for salt. I'm just gonna add my cabbage in batches. If you don't have the palm nut, you can always just use the only palm oil. But I think the palm nut gives it a better taste. add my mint leaf. I don't have scent leaf, so I'm using mint leaf. So I'm gonna cover and still cook for a while, but I have to turn down the light so that it doesn't burn. If you look at it, you see as if it has dried water, but there's still water in it, and the cabbage on its own is still gonna bring out a little water. So I will cover and still cook on low heat for a while. Now we need to cook until the water dries out. The water has to dry out, so we need to cook it until all the water has dried out and all the taste of the seasoning, the fish and everything gets into the cabbage. Then we'll taste for salt and adjust our seasoning accordingly. So now the water has dried. You can even see that even the color of the cabbage has become translucent. That is, it is like fried onions. The color has absorbed, it has cooked. Our cabbage, native cabbage jollof rice is ready. This one, if you are eating it, you can put a bottle of KETO palm wine beside you. I think we need a recipe for KETO palm wine, don't you? We need the recipe for KETO palm wine.